was my biggest opportunity to become a millionaire. What started as a huge hurdle turned out, to lead me to the biggest opportunity of our era. So I did the buy low, sell high method on Amazon for a while, like a form of retail arbitrage. But I was still not making anywhere near the amount of money I wanted to make. Don't get me wrong, it was still good money, but I started to realize I would need an even bigger selection of products to make that amount of money. And I also was still at the mercy of the people who owned those branded products. So after non-stop research, I attended a conference on e-commerce. And to this day, I wish I knew this person's name and got his contact details, because I would tell everyone right now, this very moment, he was the person who made me a multi-millionaire. Because at that conference, we were sitting next to each other and he asked me, what do I do in the e-commerce space? And after speaking with him and kind of telling him my arbitrage model, he told me, mate, you're doing it all wrong. You need to get into private label. That's the future, and that's where the real money's at. I ended up going back home, researching about private label non-stop, like a lunatic. And through a lot of trial and error and a hell of a lot of lost money, I cracked the Amazon private label model. That original fascination of making money online eventually turned into a full-blown obsession with making money online. I was hooked when it came to Amazon. This picture right here is a screenshot of some of the very first deposits Amazon ever made into my bank account. Fast forward a few years later, and I was a millionaire, a cash millionaire. Then a couple of years after that is when things really started getting going. I was a multi-millionaire. Now I tell you this because I want to let you know I have tried it all, and nothing beats the Amazon model. If you're wanting to get into the online world and make real money, then nothing beats Amazon and the select, source, list, and launch process. And this exact process can be done from anywhere in the world. You see, Amazon already does everything for you. They store the products in their warehouses for you. They pick, pack, and ship, and even provide amazing customer support for all your orders so you don't have to. Amazon also pays you directly into your bank account. I want you to get addicted to seeing these turn up in your inbox. I want you to get addicted to when you click on one of those emails, you see ones like this I have here, 80,142 in the 8th, 53,551 in the 11th, 37,189 in the 14th, 73,091 in the 16th. That is almost $250,000 in cash from one Amazon seller account. The process begins with picking the right product. Would you like to know what you need to find products that practically sell themselves on Amazon? If you do, then you need to understand how vital and important this first step is. You see, the more demand your product has, the easier it is to sell in spite of yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've got somebody started on Amazon, and after they reach their first bit of success on Amazon, they say, Jay, I'm not really sure how I did it. Well, I'll tell you how, and a lot of that has to do with demand. I'm going to explore what demand looks like later. Competition. The more demand and the less competition, the quicker you can profit. Now listen to me, and listen very carefully and very closely. I've had people brand new come in who had no idea they were getting to such competitive markets, and their lack of experience was their best benefit. Because they walked in not knowing they weren't supposed to compete in these marketplaces and then end up building multi-million-dollar Amazon businesses. They had no clue that it was too competitive. I love when that happens. Screw competition. The only competition in your life is yourself. You need to be the best that you can be. But, in reality, competition isn't really a threat. But the less there is initially when you get started, the quicker you can start making money, all right? Now, let's be very clear about one thing. This is not a race. Whether it takes you 2 days or 2 months or even 2 years to become a millionaire, you are still a millionaire at the end of the day. So let's do things right and let's do things smart. Reward is great, but risk is much more important to me. Why? You always minimize risk before you maximize reward. The less competition, the quicker you can make money. It's just a concept when it comes to product selection. Beyond that, though, it's just simple math. More demand, less supply, and do the numbers work? Do you make more than you spend? That's the name of the game. This is a great example of this. Picking a product with just the right amount of demand, with just the right amount of competition, and making more than what you pay for the product for each sale you make. It is incredible what you can do with very little of any other understanding than just that. I will share the story behind this picture in a little bit because it's something special to me. It means a lot to me, and truth be told, it's certainly worth coming back to later on. Now, when it comes to product selection, what product should you sell on Amazon? That's the number one question everybody asks me. They say, Jay, I want to start making money with Amazon. What products can I sell, or what products should I sell? So before we get into the specifics of should you sell that type of product, or that type of product, or that type of product, there is a category that's the most important to start selling on, and that is called private labeling. What is private labeling? Private labeling is when somebody else creates and manufactures the product in their factory, laboratory, or facility, and they create it specifically for the sole purpose of somebody like you or me calling them up and saying, listen, I want this product, and I put my logo and my label on it. Once they do that, then congratulations, you now have your own private label product and your own brand. It's as easy as that. So these wild Alaskan salmon oil supplements for dogs can all be made from the exact same manufacturer, but because each one of them has their own brand, that means each of them will have their own unique listing on Amazon. Here's another example of private label, but in this case it's not exactly a label, it's just what's printed on the product, which in this case is a portable power bank. By simply printing a different name on a product from a manufacturer that private labels allows you to have your own brand with its own unique listing that you can now sell on Amazon to make money. It really doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just the wrapper, the logo, or the label on the product packaging and nothing else. Like in this example, these air purifying bags are pretty much the exact same, but the only difference is the label on the bag. All we need is a slight differentiation from a manufacturer to be put on our products, and there you go. Congratulations. You have your very own private label, your very own product, and your very own business or products you can sell on the internet. Now, I want you to say this out loud, and I do not care who hears it or if you feel personally silly saying it. I want you to say this right now. I have my own line of products that I sell on Amazon. Doesn't that feel good? I think one of the reasons people do so well with this Amazon opportunity is because unlike most of the other so-called online business opportunities that exist out there, where they can't actually really tell their friends and family, they would go, I have a blank, and they would look at them like, are you speaking the same language, man? Or they'd be like, that sounds like a scam. But when you say this, I have my own line of products that I sell on Amazon, you know what the most common response to that is? Oh, really? What do you sell? And sometimes it's, I might want to buy one. What is it? So we private label products because that opens up an insane amount of additional leverage on how we can make money on Amazon. In addition, we have to make money. We live in the real world. A great product that costs more to manufacture than what you actually make when you sell it just ain't going to cut it. It won't work. So we need products with enough profit in them so that every time we sell them, we put a big chunk of healthy cash in our own pockets. So we have a product that sells for $40, and every time it sells on Amazon, we put a $20 bill in our pocket. That's a 50% margin. So you say, Jay, where can I get these products? Or what products can I sell? Or what can I expect? Or where should I source these products so I can sell them on Amazon? I'm going to get to that. But first, I want to show you some of the results we've been getting. So Sam and his wife have a 54% profit margin. That's on $6,820.92 in sales in one day. Not week, not month, not year, but just one day. So you say, Jay, $6,800 per day. How much does Sam take home? He takes home in his pocket over $3,600 per day. That's around $111,000 per month, which is $1.3 million in profit that he takes home for his family in just 1 year with one product. He's now adding a second and looking to double that. Last time I spoke with Dane in the private Facebook group, he said his profit margin was currently at 48% and was looking to improve on it. So in this instance, he was currently making around $20,000 per month in profit on average based on his monthly sales of $41,510, which is around $250,000 each year that he would get to take home in his pocket. However, he says that he had his record day, which was $3,245. So if that continued, he'd be making almost triple that.